I just finished building this project management app for completely free using the AI coding agent that I'm going to show you in this video. As you can see, it's a fully functional app. I can switch through the pages, create new project records, relate them to tasks. And yes, I built this for free without any subscription. Let me show you how. So I recently came across freebuff.com. It's a free coding agent that I've seen a few people talk about, so I decided to try it out. Here's the website. I know you might be thinking, okay, where is the catch? But actually, their business model makes sense. They're making money from ads, small text ads that get displayed while you're using the agent, and they're making money through that. They're showing ads. They get paid by the companies who are behind the ads. And from what I've seen so far, you get 6 one-hour coding sessions every day, which is quite generous in my opinion. Now, to use it, you have a few options. You can either install their desktop app, install their CLI, which is similar to how you would use Claude Code. You can connect it directly to your GitHub repo, but the quickest way I found to test it is directly through their web interface. And it's quite nice. Actually, all you have to do is just click web here at the top. Then this will open up a new page where you write the prompt of your app. Now, below here, you can click to select the model that you want to use, and it will show you a list of all the models that are available in your country. In my case, I have access to DeepSeek V4 Flash and MIMO 2.5. And I know you might be thinking, these are not very powerful models. How am I going to build an app with them? It's fine. The key thing to remember when you're building with less powerful models is that you need to provide them with more context and more detailed plans. And you should also expect that you need to do some refinement as you're building. You don't want these models to be making a lot of decisions for you. Have a clear idea of what you want your app to look like, how you want it to behave, how you want it to be structured before you start building. And if you need help with that, then you can use a more powerful model with Claude, for example, to do the initial planning and the architecting before prompting these less powerful models. Now, let me show you an example of how I structured my prompt for the app that I built so you get an idea. Here's my prompt, and I always start with the goal. What is the app I'm building, and what is the outcome that I'm aiming to get with it? Right? So in this case, I said, I want to build a project tracking app. This is an app that will help me keep track of projects that I'm working on, as well as tasks that live under the projects. Then I go into defining the app's structure. Here's where I describe the features of the app and how they're structured in the different pages. The more details I provide, the less decisions the model needs to make, the better will be the outcome. So I said I want the app to have 3 main pages: a dashboard page which is the home page of the app, where I can see a list of active projects and the tasks that are due today or this week. I want to have a projects page, a page that lists all the projects I have and allows me to create new ones. Each project is a card that shows me high-level info, such as the name, the description, the status, and the owner. And when I click on it, I get a project page where you can see the full details of the project and a list of tasks that are related to it. All the project data should be editable from this page. And then finally, we have the tasks page, a page that lists all the tasks I have and allows me to create new ones. Not every task needs to be related to a project. Each task is a list record that can be clicked to reveal full task information, which can also be edited. So that's my prompt, and with that in place, I'm ready to start building. Now I will show you the builder interface that FreeBuff provides, which actually offers quite a lot. Your app gets a database connection, and it can also be integrated with 500 different tools for different use cases that you might have. Another cool thing I noticed is that you can actually deploy your app with just one click. Let me show you. Now, the builder interface is actually quite nice. On the left-hand side here, we have the coding agent. This is where I'm writing my prompts and guiding the agent as it builds the app. And then on the right-hand side here, we see a live preview of the app. And at any point, I can click to test it. So I can actually interact with the app, go through the pages, see what it's building. And another cool thing I noticed is that FreeBuff automatically integrates with other third-party providers to give things like a database. For example, here, if we click on data, we can see that the app is connected to a convex database. These are the tables that my app is using to have a place to store the projects, the tasks, the users. It even has functions. So these are this is code that gets executed in the backend to perform different tasks. And it can also integrate with a bunch of other services. They have integrations with 500 other different services. So you can connect it to, Supabase if you want a different database. There's Cloudflare connection there. So even though it's primarily positioned as a free coding agent, I think it also competes with platforms like Lovable, V0, Bolt, all these like builder platforms, because it offers quite a lot of features within the actual app development interface. Here they also have UI components. I haven't experimented with these yet, but they look interesting. Now, as you can see at the top here, we have a publish button. So if I go ahead and click that, I'm able to define a subdomain for my app. So I'll say Dimitris Project Management Deploy. And just like that, my app is deployed. I can click on this link. Here is the interface, get started. I'm gonna continue as a guest for now. So they also offer authentication. That's pretty cool. And here is my app. So that's how you can use FreeBAF to build and deploy apps for completely free. Overall, I'm quite impressed by what they offer. Now, I don't think that it replaces coding agents like Claude, because with Claude, you get the ability to interact with more powerful models that can help you plan and architect your app, which is important for building, an app that has strong foundations. However, I think it's a great solution for somebody who's getting started, wants to validate an app idea that they have, and doesn't want to invest money up front. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos on the topic of building apps.